Hey, everyone. Welcome to Info Flash. Say, did y'all lose power yesterday, too? Yeah, when the lights went out there.
$7:53 in the evening. I'm gonna do some reading. But first, let me see what's going on here. Let's do a little bit of reading. Why Be Me? Confessions of a Brain Dance Addict. Preface. Do you want to be you? Seriously, take a moment to let that question sink in. Do you feel at home in your skin? Do you like your job, your friends, your family? When you look in the mirror, do you say to yourself, I'm the luckiest person alive? Then hop in the leather upholstered backseat of your chauffeured Rayfield? If you answered yes to any of those questions, put this book down and stop wasting your valuable time. If you answered no to the above, I understand just how you feel. It used to be said at the turn of the century that the world belongs to the 1%. Today, 1,000th of a percent is closer to the truth. Excuse me. Today, 1,000th of a percent is closer to the truth. And your chances of joining this group are even less than that. In this reality, I mean, where you are you, in a brain dance, you can be anyone. A broker who manages a portfolio worth trillions. An elite soldier who blasts his enemies out of existence with a tech shotgun. A Sauve rocker boy whom the whole world lusts after. Now I ask you again, of the trillions upon trillions of people in this world, do you want to be you? The answer for me was always no. And so my story begins. Sergio Morales. Inside Medicorp. We associate nomads with chaos, societal collapse, technological backwardness, and for good reason. But there are always exceptions to the rule. And for the nomads, that exception are the Meta, more specifically Medicorp. Unlike other nomad groups that deal in smuggling and raiding, the Meta are strictly law-abiding. Medicorp, formerly registered in the Western corporate states, is a majority stakeholder in numerous shipping companies, including the rapidly growing DTR, Decker, Tanaka, and Rogers, which handled 50% of all American transport last year. The story of Medicorp is a story of American entrepreneurial spirit and confidence in the future, two things not even a nuclear war could destroy. Indeed, Medicorp only proves that a new order can rise out of entropy, that the rustle of eurodollars is capable of civilizing even the most savage barbarians. Last month I had the opportunity to visit the company's headquarters in Medikey, the mobile island currently anchored in the Gulf of Mexico. There I met Victoria Meta, the corporation's nomad CEO and granddaughter of Medicorp's founder, Jonathan Meta. Victoria had clearly inherited his steely gaze and enterprising mind. The false rumors circling Busan. Conspiracy theorists have recently been roused by news of alleged human activity in the ghost city of Busan. Our younger readers may not recall that the Korean city, formerly 4 million strong, was wiped off the face of the earth during the Fourth Corporate War. Unofficial sources out there point the finger at Militech, whose tendencies of tyranny led to the creation and spread of lab-grown deadly virus. Accident, experiment, whatever, the truth. The virus proved so virulent then the United Korean government still won't lift the strict quarantine on Busan all these decades later. So why did all these tabloid junkies and sensation seekers all of a sudden become so interested in the dead city again 50 years later? A soul a soul-based detective unearthed satellite image showing signs of life. Well, technical technical life that is, in the form of active machinery. But no real surprise there after all, Busan was one of the world's most heavily automated metropolises. It was a human virus, not the computer variety. Many of the robots go about their work, their repairs, their trash scooping and sorting. These mystery sat images, just some computers that never got turned off. That's it. The people of the people of United Korea can sleep easy tonight knowing Busan is a ghost town in the metaphorical sense only. Damn, it was a city, but they got wiped off. Chemicals, the invisible killer. We've long known that the AV's crisis We've long known that the AVs crisscrossing our skies are busy dumping harmful substances in the air such as aluminum, carbon dioxide, sulfur trioxide, and sulfuric acid. Studies have also revealed the presence of dead red blood cells in E. coli as well as sodium chloride, table salt. Now you don't need a degree in science to know the harm these substances can wreak on the body. We found that sulfur compounds can lead to cancer, heart disease, and other illnesses arising from a weakened or even damaged immune system. They can also lead to spontaneous dental hydroplosion and acute meningitis. Ugh. 75 Years of Cyberware by Tsutsumu Takahashi. Introduction. A century ago, losing a limb meant tragedy. It meant living with a permanent disability, with severely reduced physical capability and often with chronic pain. What's more, people with disabilities frequently suffered from widespread discrimination, both active employment bias and passive or unconscious, poor infrastructural inaccessibility. Today, assuming the dismemberment victim is financially stable, loss of limb amounts to little more than a minor inconvenience. A century ago, employers could impose specific dress codes, hairstyle regulations, and piercing and tattoo bans. Many even pressed their employees to maximize productivity, often in violation of the law, such as through anti-pregnancy policies. At the time, however, deeper involvement with employees' bodies was simply impossible, legal or otherwise. But with the advent of cyberware, employers in the second half of the 21st century have imposed requirements of skin, bone, muscle, organ, and eye replacements in order to improve performance and workplace effectiveness. In extreme cases, security sector employees are commonly urged to undergo so-called full-body conversions or full cyborgization. Much has changed over the past 75 years from when cybernetic implants first hit the mass market. Many in the field of history of technology have argued cyberware is a positive force of progress, and many have argued the opposite. This book attempts to describe and contextualize the changes, for better or worse, that it has introduced to our professional and personal lives. How has cyberware led us to where we are today, and where it is taking us next? Blaming Barmoss by Bugbear. When I imagine what the net was like before Bartmoss, I see thousands of potential threats and thousands of opportunities. Of course, the whole system was unstable. Corporal runners pulling one way, post-war rogue AIs pulling the other. Financial markets tanked, virus mutations spiraled in uncontrollable ways, and runners got cooked in their living rooms every now and then. Bartmoss saw the net as a grenade waiting for the pin to get pulled, and that's exactly what he did. Fuck it, right? Let the world burn. Bartmoss fucked the system, but fucked all us right along with it. Just look at it now. Corps are on top as usual. The black wall, which was supposed to protect us after the net's crash, is just another control tool in Netwatch's arsenal. Before Bartmoss, ornaments our mission. At Kendachi, we are creators. We care about our customers' satisfaction and their budget. By choosing our products, you can be confident no euro-dollar invested goes to waste. Kendachi, the choice is obvious. Our products. Kendachi M55 Power Sword. For our blade buffs, our iconic Power Sword is back and better than ever. Dice your foes into tiny pieces without breaking a sweat using our latest micro-serrated crystal blade technology. With highest quality materials crafted into a lethal yet elegant design, the Power Sword will look as good on your mantle as it does in your hand. Kendachi Mono 2 Classic. You can improve upon perfection. This time-honored twin blade has been continuous production since 2019. Lit by a custom color, handle-embedded laser, the Mono 2 has never gone out of style. Block every blow and slice through every defense. We wouldn't keep making them if people weren't buying them. Order yours today. Monowire. Kendachi Monowire. A weapon as discreet as it is deadly, made for those who desire power but have no urge to flaunt it. This molecule thin blade is manufactured by our team of expert engineers in our state-of-the-art orbital facility. The monowire can bear loads up to 3,000 pounds and slices through armor weaves like butter-flavored scop spread. Rumor is many officials at the Zurich convention wanted this weapon banned and off the market. Now if that's not high praise, we don't know what it is. We don't know what is. Holy shit. Got a bunch to read for real. Bro, did I miss out on it? Are you kidding me? There was something encrypted that I had before, but I guess I missed it. Interesting. Fuck it, let's try to read a couple more. A neon typhoon is about to hit America. It's Us Cracks and their new shocking single. They have names like superheroes and a brand image that explodes off screen and stage. Us Cracks is a band perfectly suited to the mania of our time. If you want to stand out in this world, you have to be bigger, brighter, and louder than every ad out there, and they know it. The girls of Us Cracks have become a worldwide laser pop phenomenon. This masterpiece of marketing grew fast in the East, becoming a neon typhoon that's... We will succumb to their savage cuteness and brutal charms, or wait, will we succumb to their savage cuteness and brutal charms? There's no doubt they have a plan to conquer both our hearts and our wallets. Purple Force and her kawaii cohort plan to target a piece of the American soul. Our unique combination of rebelliousness and sentimentality are a unique combination of rebelliousness and sentimentality. That's why the single they have chose to promote on the American leg of their tour is a cover of Carrie Eurodyne hit User Friendly, a crowd-pleasing but also question-raising choice. Could it be us cracks wants to present themselves to the American audience as a user-friendly craze to be embraced? Or is it maybe some sort of playful job at the American consumer? Whatever their reason, the more interesting question now is how Eurodyne himself has reacted to the erection of this intergenerational and intercultural bridge with him standing on one side of it. So far, the rocker boy has refused to comment, and I think we all know what that means. Carrie and the girls from Us Cracks are still holding an ace up their sleeve. Interesting. Worldwide. A wicked acid trip, but not the kind you think. Ever wonder what it feels like to fall in a pool of acid? Well, wonder no more, sort of. Before I ever even got my copy on Kings of Acid, my curiosity took a nosedive once I found out it wasn't about that type of acid. In any case, body horror has such a... I hate that fucking thing. I gotta turn that off. In any case, body horror is such a rich tradition. It's a damn near Herculean task to find a fresh angle to take on acid baths. But holy shit did the devs do it. You play as Arthur Cure, a cultsy and somewhat awkward rocker boy who gets himself tangled up in a shitstorm with Maelstrom. The Borg goons entrust Cure with handling a mysterious shipment containing a protozoa capable of instantaneous regeneration, but in an unlucky twist, a painfully common occurrence for our hero, a rival gang ambushes the exchange at a corp science lab, and Care is pushed into a vat of mutagenic acid. That's when the trip kicks in, if you will. The rocker boy begins undergoing constant mutations, eyeballs on stalks, shifting skin, throat tentacles, and that's not even the real freaky stuff. After every victory in combat, Arthur absorbs the genetic code from the blood splatter of his foes, making the already delightful hack and slash combat even more gratifying. The constantly growing spiral of possible mutations makes for a rewarding way to spend experience points and builds in strong replayability. All in all, Kier's ultimate motivation is seeking bloody revenge against his music producer who cost him a lucrative album deal and brutally murdered the rocker boy's boyfriend. Story and gameplay are geniusly intertwined, and the pseudo-braindance implant shipped with each game copy really helps immerse players in the utterly fucked mutations, where searing pain turns into power-jacked ecstasy. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this one. That sounds cool as fuck. Arasaka Ornithology. 3 Japanese words to know. As conversations over factionalism within Arasaka heat up, many industry insiders wonder about the company's future trajectory. If you struggle to understand the complicated inner machinations of the world's largest arms manufacturer, look no further than the obscure science of ornithology. Yes, that's right. The study of birds can help, at least in a sense. There are 3 Japanese words every corporate player ought to be familiar with: Kiji, Hato, and Taka. Kiji, green pheasant. This bird has long held cultural and symbolic significance in Japan. One can admire the world's last living specimens at Hanako Arasaka's private preserve on the island of Shikoku, but the word Kiji also bears meaning among the factional identities within Arasaka. This group, with Hanako at its center, consists primarily of conservative technocrats who wish to follow the course set by Saburo Arasaka himself. In his daughter, Hanako, they see a guiding force to maintain the old order and stability within the corporation. That's good to know. I definitely should not trust these fucking corporations. Hato, dove. The symbolism of the dove is recognized far and wide. The symbol also aptly captures the character of a much smaller faction within the company led by Machiko Arasaka, daughter of the late Ki and niece to Hanako. This liberal wing of the corporation has unified those who seek deeper reforms. Although they currently hold little influence, they enjoy growing support popularity among some politicians and media personalities. Taka, hawk. As symbolic as the dove is, so too is the hawk. This faction headed by Yorinobu Arasaka often prefers to take the most direct and uncompromising solutions, both stubborn and temperamental. He resembles Saburo, which gives him wide support among the more militant-minded Arasaka Corp elite. However, his more pro-Western inclinations and ideas have his more pro-Western inclinations and ideas that are more innovative as they are controversial have weakened his support from the board's loyal traditionalists. You can learn more about the Arasaka family genealogy from the 8-book series Centuries in the Clover Shadows, available in stores soon. 2 Centuries in the Clover Shadow. Alright, I think that's going to be enough reading for now. Just save that. Alright, thanks for tuning in for this reading session. Got some Lauren. I might play next stream, but man, I'm tired. But thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys in the next one. Appreciate it.